If you're a dahlia or a glad, it's time to get out of dormancy and wake up. Here's why. So here's the deal. For those of us in a cold climate with a short growing season, it's really hard to grow dahlias and glads. And not because these flowers are like intrinsically hard, but because they bloom at the end of the season. And if we get an early frost and you get those babies into the ground late, you're out of blooms. This is why I start both my glads and my dahlias sometime between week 4 and week 6 before your final frost. By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Kristen and I help cold climate gardeners grow vegetables and flowers with ease. I also show up every day on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me over there. So this video is part of my series on growing a cut flower garden for approximately $100. And what I'm unpacking here are my bonuses. So like if you say have a $200 budget, this is what I would get. So as you can see, there's a definite color palette to what I picked out. So let's start with the dahlias first. The one I'm most excited about is this strawberry cream dahlia. Everybody is loving peaches and cream, but the tubers are really expensive. They're also not great producers. They're hard to store. So I'm hoping that the strawberry and cream will give me the same feel and maybe these tubers will be a little bit easier to deal with. Next is the Dahlia Lake Tahoe. So I'm doing a couple of larger weddings in later August and both of my brides are looking for this sort of an orangey color. And I just felt like I was maybe a little low on the dahlias that I already had in this particular orangey color, so got a few extra of these. As for glads, I fell in love with these. These are fringed coral lace, and I just think they're so unique. I have a bunch of regular glads that I saved from last year. I think these will be a lovely addition to what I have. I also grabbed these Tinlico lilies. I think they're a gorgeous peachy color, and if I get any brides during lily season, I think these will be absolutely beautiful. And if not, they'll be great for my bouquet CSA people. And finally, I thought I would try out a few corms of this amandine marshmallow, this gorgeous pink. I already have a few of these, but I think I just wanted to try out. I thought the price I think was decent is why I got it, and I had a little bit of room left in that sort of $100 budget for this project. The rest of the seeds in my West Coast Seeds project are actually doing pretty good. Here's a quick look at them. The peppermint has been quite prolific. I just started my double click cosmos last week and they're just poking up, some of them. I need to start some of this red Reuben basil. What I've started so far, I don't know, it just didn't seem to come up very well, but I love the color of it. On the other hand, this variety of basil is doing amazing and it smells so good already. This godatia is loving life and it's so winter hardy. It cannot wait to get outside when the temps go back up again. So waking up dahlias is incredibly simple. All you need to do is just have some sort of a tray. This is literally the lid from some pizza that we had. And it just needs a very thin layer of soil. You can pot your dahlias up if you want. This is just the way I like to do it so that if a tuber is not going to be viable and nothing's going to happen with it, then I'm not wasting extra soil. So we're going to take one of these strawberry and creams. So the first thing you want to do when you open up a tuber, especially if it's a Dutch tuber, is look for any signs of leafy gall or crown gall, and this one looks good. Now it can show up a year later, unfortunately, so sometimes they look perfect and you don't know. But as far as I can see, this one seems to be in good shape. We don't have any sprouts yet. Sometimes that will happen when you first open up a dahlia. But otherwise, it's really firm. The moisture level is perfect. And we just literally lay it down on the soil. That's it. That's all we do. And then we put it under grow lights. The end. So on this one, we have some bumpy bits here, but I believe these are fine. And this is just from sometimes when the dahlia gets a bit excess moisture. And we do have some buds starting to come. You can kind of see it up here, I believe. Yes, you can see that there is a bud starting to come. So once that gets under a grow light, that will probably start doing something. So this third one has a really nice eye that's already starting. It's a little broken, but that's like nothing to be worried about. Looks in pretty good shape. I opened up the Lake Tahoe ones and those also look really good. So they are ready to go. So now my dahlias will stay underneath these grow lights for however long it takes. I'll mist them occasionally with a sprayer, and then after they start to show some green bits, I'll pot them up. If it was earlier in the season, I might also take cuttings, but for me, it's a little late in the season. I tried it last year and they didn't get any tubers on them, so for me, that wasn't worth it. Starting the glads couldn't be simpler. I'm just going to place them in a tray, add some water, and that's literally it. Put them under a grow light if you have the space, put them by a window if you don't, and it doesn't even have to be a south-facing window for this to work, which is amazing because south-facing real estate is pretty prime. So another few quick tips, make sure that you're planting your glad pointy side up. Now this one already has the glad starting to come out. Let's look at one. It's maybe not quite so obvious. Okay, so this one, see how there's the little pointy side and then the other side looks like that. So this is going to go down, this bit goes up. Then as you're filling in the water, you want that water to sit at about halfway, and you just keep refilling it, and eventually you'll get some roots coming out of there, a green shoot will come up, and then you can plant them out right after your first frost. So let me know in the comments if you're going to start any dahlias or glads this year, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.